Willie.
Hi Craig.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Not bad. Did you have a nice weekend?
I had a great weekend.
Well, tell me about your weekend.
Weekend started from Wednesday night.
Oh, did you do?
Because I did practice on. Well, it was off on Thursday. I was going to do a bit of practice on Thursday, but last Sunday I kind of blew my gearbox up.
Oh, did you?
So I kind of had to go and.
So this didn't have a gearbox. So.
No. Well, on Thursday this didn't have an engine or a gearbox. It had absolutely nothing.
Willie, why do you not?
There's some pictures on my Facebook about that. But the engine was out by lunchtime on Thursday. Engine went back in with a new gearbox on Thursday night, and we came here early doors on Friday morning for a bit of practice. The car was pretty good.
Should we have a wee look around said car?
Yeah, you might notice the difference in the front end.
This front end is just been removed a bit so we can get it on the trailer. Yeah. We're just packing up.
Just about to put it on the trailer.
Yeah, a lovely new. This is new, isn't it?
Yeah. So that's my backup intercooler that I probably wish I'd taken the T-side, but I didn't think I was going to ruin.
Best laid plans and all that.
I didn't think I was going to ruin the front end of the car, so built the new front end for it. Fixed as much of the damage. Is this all
like original stuff?
That's an OE bash bar.
Oh right, okay.
Cups taken out of it, so I can mount my intercooler sitting out directly on that. Yeah. And then the panel and behind it got replaced because it was a bit smooshed.
So how did all this survive, or is this all new?
Most of this survived. Actually, it was just the ends of the tank got damaged whenever I got with the chassis lights. So Andy fabricated me up a couple of new pipes.
Lovely.
Andy, wave to the camera. Wave. To the camera. Andy made some lovely new pipes for it. He made a pipe for the other side because it was damaged, so he cut a section out, replaced that section of pipe. My mate Grant took the body kit away, patched the body kit back together.
So that's actually the same one as well?
It does, yeah. Very same.
It looks really nice as well. Even from this side, it's like you didn't know it was that screwed up, would you?
You'd never have guessed that was the bumper that got ruined on the T-side.
Well, good job.
So the front end's a wee bit ski with. The lights are kind of held in with hopes and dreams. But I got a set of Max Sport front tyres, which are fantastic. Like really, really good. So much grip from them.
Had you ever run them before?
I never ran them before. I ran Rain Sports for a very long time. I only changed to them because, well, everyone else is running them, so if everyone else is doing it, it must be right. You know, but the arches were both broke, so the front arches got repaired and replaced. That side skirt, that was smashed in half, so it got repaired and replaced. I think there's a few videos of it rocking a lovely red front end.
Why red?
That was the original bumper.
Oh,
so
right.
I had the original bumper, so I put the original bumper on because Driftland rules dictate that you cannot run a car without a bumper.
Right, okay.
So, new bumper. A few issues on Friday. A lot of teething issues. Had a bit of a problem with boost. A couple of boost leaks, probably from taking the front end off and on. An issue with a boost solenoid.
But you've. How did it behave this weekend? What was it like driving wise? Did you have it? Was it all?
Well, on Thursday, it was really, really good. So I switched up because I've been playing on just road tyres, and then on Friday I switched it up and started running my tri-aces. The grip that they give is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal.
You got a tri-ace fan over there.
My teammate Ian, also rocking the tri-ace. Put him into the top 16 today.
Did it?
In the pro class, so Ian got into the top 16.
Fantastic.
Outstanding effort from him.
So, like,
the other big thing is my Tarmac Sport stickers, because I've taken it off the side skirt.
And so you did,
so I've upgraded to the larger stickers.
Yeah, they're looking good.
Because Tarmac Sports is great. They sell a lot of really, really good stuff.
So what do they sell?
They sell lots of 350Z stuff. They sell lots of high-end tuning parts. Proper good quality parts. And the thing you find is, if you pay for good quality parts, you don't end up having the grief that you end up getting with some of the Chinese knockoffs.
So should we have a wee look under the bonnet so we can see what makes all those awesome noises that this thing does?
After the shame, I had to lift the bonnet up because I was getting a lot of heating issues. So I kind of melted the paint on my bonnet. I melted one of the washer jets. I melted it right out of the bonnet.
Is she going to behave?
Yeah. Just because it's tilted in an angle now, it just needs a bit more adjustment. So here we are.
You've even got a nice one of these that are
lost this at T-side.
Did you?
I had to beg, borrow and steal to get a lend of one off Gareth from his R33. But the business end of the engine, it's running really well. I run a BMW alternator and it started to pack up, which caused me all sorts of misfires and gremlins over the weekend. So
good.
I really had to nurse the car through on Saturday. But I nursed the car through, qualified 20th, I think, with 69 points something.
It was great. That bracket was quite close as well, wasn't it? Wasn't that the top? So
really, really tight, and a lot of great driving from everyone. Really, really good to see. So I'm rocking a Holset HY35 because I had a faulty Garrett.
Oh, was it faulty?
Yeah.
Did they admit to that?
Yeah.
All right.
The turbo was faulty, and you couldn't have seen it, and it was no one's fault. It was just a faulty exhaust housing from Garrett themselves, and it must have made its way through somehow. And with my luck, I managed to get it. It's like winning the lottery. So I'm running a HY35 at the minute. Own Developments are rebuilding me a GTX 35.
Okay.
So I'll probably just stick with this until I can get it ironed up, and I need to run a few extra horsepower. But for now, the Holset's excellent.
So just big custom in
Taku manifold. So it was bought from Powermax. You might have seen Jordan Boyce's young boy with the Sierra.
Oh
the Powermax Sierra. That's the Sierra. ASN 1000cc injectors, 3-inch bush piping. We have Devil's Own water meth injection.
Oh right. So where's the meth injection?
So
this?
This is the sprayer. So it sprays it directly into the inlet and then sucks it through. Reduces temps, reduces combustion temps.
So does that like trigger at a certain time, or how does that?
That's set off my ECU. So I have the tuner kit. So I run an ECU, master ECU. I was mapped at RA. So RA mapped it. So that it controls the water meth. So above a certain boost on whatever throttle, I think I have it in wide open throttle, that it will inject the water meth spray, which will then reduce the takes your engine temperatures. It's crazy stuff. Like, really, really cool stuff. It's worth a read.
And that lets you increase the amount of boost you're running because it reduces the knock. Am I right with that? Or
by reducing the combustion temperatures, you have less chance of making knock in your engine, so you can run more boost. I'm not really running more boost for it, I'm just using it purely to keep the engine cooler. It even keeps your oil temperatures down. Oh. So I had a wee bit of a heating issue. You can see Rennie lent me this lovely fan, which works. You know, it works. I have a Davis Craig electric water pump, so I have a water pump system with a water pump in the car and radiator set up in the boot.
Oh yeah, there is no radiator here, is there?
That saved me so much damage from the crash at D-side because I normally have a viscous fan there. So my intercooler, my radiator, my oil cooler, all that would have been impacted. Fully forged engine, CP rods, CP pistons, manly rods, Cinco stainless manifold, R8 coil packs.
And those R8 ones are just like, you just 3R for an R8, you just buy them off. Because they're a really popular mod,
They're quite cheap and they're really effective. You can go for split fires, but the problem with the RB is you get a lot of heat in around the head. It takes the igniter pack way up, so you get less temperatures in around your coil packs. They're really good, they give you a really strong spark. What's what we got on her? 4-inch exhaust, 4-inch exhaust.
Yeah, oh, with a V-band. Oh, and you're huge.
That might be why the bangs are so awesome.
Is that the bang machine?
The 4-inch exhaust ends underneath the car, just in front of the back axle.
Alright, okay.
So it doesn't actually make it the entire way out of the car. And then I have my screamer pipe for making some extra noises.
Let's have a wee look at the boot. Let's have a wee look.
I have another RB box on it with a CC twin plate clutch.
Oh yeah, your box. So that was. So is that box like strong enough? Because you're running serious power out of this thing. Is it like, or are you on hopes and dreams?
I'm about 500 brake. The box, I've just bought a 300ZX gearbox.
Oh right, yeah.
So I'm going to run the 6-speed gearbox, the CL9, and hopefully make some more power.
Oh, you got a super cool setup here, eh?
A wee bit dusty.
It's so dry though, isn't it? Like Scotland's never been this dry.
That it rains today.
So
that's my water methanol tank. So then it goes into the pump behind the back seat.
Yeah.
My radiator set up in Strouds. This is all homemade. Most of the fabrication work was done by Andy again.
Yep.
I have the boot floor cut out with a jacking point, which makes my life so much easier.
Oh yeah, you've cut the whole lot out, haven't you? And you've put some support in between here.
Yeah, so that's purely for the jacking point, which sits right in there. And it means you don't have to try and get in under diff. It's easier to get the car. And we had a swirl pot, we've removed it for now because I'm having a few teething issues with the rear rad setup. But I think I've got round most of the issues now.
What was the issues that you're having? Is it
I had a head or a swirl tank made up, and I had 2 fill points, but it was almost like there was air cavitating in the fill point and then letting the engine boil. So I was getting, once the pressure cap stops the engine from boiling by keeping the water under pressure, then it doesn't boil as high a temperature, it stops boiling. But whenever it gets an air leak, then it can boil like your kettle.
Okay, so it's when the air is in it, that's when the temperature.
If you have no pressure on it, then it will boil just exactly like a kettle, because my my water temperature is set at a constant 83, 84 degrees, regardless of what I'm doing now.
Sweet. Should we have a look? Should we have a look at the drivers? What's it like being Willie inside the car?
Well, tinted it.
Oh, you have? You put a little tint, so nobody can see Willie in the car.
Well, it keeps the heat off you in the sunshine that we get all the time.
Yes, this constant
sunshine.
sunshine.
A lovely race.
You're lovely. I'm not.
As we're in Scotland, we rock with the 6-pack Iron Brew. And there's the water pump. So that's the Davis Craig water pump in there, and there's the electrical controller for it. So this bad boy does all the thinking. With the battery box, we have motor drive seats, secure on harnesses, wee on P number. This is my homemade dashboard. Yeah, you cast your own dashboard, didn't you? And that is like, can people buy that? Is that a one-off Willie, or? I'm all for it. It is available. If someone really wanted it, I would happily make someone for it. The amount of weight it saves is unbelievable.
Yeah.
I have a wee electric heater box in there, so I have a heater matrix in there, and the vents are on the dashboard, so I still have.
Oh, so you still have heat, so you can actually keep the, well, because we're in Scotland as well. It's really useful to be able to get the demisters on, isn't it?
And as you could, in theory, still be a road car. I've all the creature comforts, the lights, indicators, hazard lights, I have everything running on it.
Dude, well, anything, is that a different shifter and kind of linkage, or is that just...
This is just a stock RB shifter. Apparently this, Alexis Drew pointed out that this is the original Dwayne McKeever shifter.
Okay.
The shift knob that he used to run his car. I'm not sure if he still has it. I kept my stock handbrake as a parking brake, so I literally moved it a wee bit over to the left, so I can still use the hydro. The water methanol pump just lies in there, so that's where it's pumped from.
Does that pump have to be special?
It's a high pressure pump. I think it pumps in about 300 psi.
Oh, right, okay.
Fire extinguisher.
Fire extinguisher, big chunky cage in here.
Yeah.
And a lovely big battery box.
Yeah, so it was a Sasa roll cage. It was one of the first things I fitted to the car myself.
Yeah.
Never fitted a cage before.
Did you, as you did for Gareth's one, did you just bend the pipes over your leg?
Just over my knee, man.
Yeah, that's right.
There's no point messing about with fancy pipe benders and stuff like that when you could do it by hand. You know? Got my lovely race suit.
Lovely race suit.
Where white was probably the best colour of the weekend, considering it was so hot. You know, it really kept the heat off me.
Yeah, dude.
Pretty much her.
She is wicked, and a super cool body kit as well.
I'm running the a couple of sets of wheels. So I normally run the Japan Racing CR11s, I think, and I have a set of road tyres on because I had so many misfires. I put a set of road tyres on a 255. On the Max Sports in front, I have a Weissfab, which is it's the best steering kit you can buy.
Really?
Yeah, 100% the best steering kit you can buy.
Did you take a bit of time to get used to that though?
Because I started off with chopped hubs, and then I went to Geomasters, and I actually didn't think that the Geomasters were quite as good as my chopped hubs. I had a really good feel for my chopped hubs. I just didn't enjoy the Geomasters. Yeah,
a lot of that can be about feel as well, isn't it? If it's really not works for you, one thing doesn't have to work for everyone, does it?
I think it maybe just didn't put me in my comfort zone, but then I should have done it first. Buy blue, buy once. No advertising pitch, but it really is fantastic stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of options now. There's starting to be more options for the 33s because it's a double wishbone in front, so it's quite hard to get good lock out of them. There's a lot of research and development, but I think for the next round I'll hopefully have my 6-speed box in, which will be way better gear ratios. I'll get my misfire and my alternator sorted, and I'll hopefully put some better results. I'm happy. Like I beat Ryan Cooper in my top 32 battle, and then I got put out by Alexis Drew in the Big Power R34 Mordor. I'm over the moon. It was really, really good considering the issues we've had all weekend. It's been awesome.
Well, dude, thank you for doing an interview. Good luck the next time. I will hopefully come down and see you out at the next one. So
that's amazing. Thank you.
See you later. Bye bye, guys.